So as we're about to embark on this Marvel Legends journey, and I have 6 Marvel Legends videos coming for the Captain America wave and the Spider-Man wave. Good, bad, or ugly, love, hate, or indifferent, I want to make sure that I shout out Tyler F., who found most of these figures for me. I don't know if he lives like in the promised land of Marvel Legends, but it seems like the day they come out, he finds them, and he finds them all. Sold them to me, never skimmed a dime off the top, and I tip my hat to the guy. I wanna make sure that I thank him. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into Sharon Carter. So let's look at Sharon Carter. Overall, she's okay. I think a lot of this is reused from either S.H.I.E.L.D. agents or Black Widow or something. It's just in white, but it does a fair enough job. She comes with this accessory, which is a gun with 0 paint apps on it, and I don't particularly care for the design choice of it, but it's there. Head sculpt is cool. She looks super serial face, and then the hair, I wish it would have had a coat of wash on it. Not sure why. I feel like they used to do that. I feel like they're getting away from it. I'm not crazy about that. Sculpting all looks good though. Good sculpt, the hair flaps and all that stuff looks good. Lips look good. Eyes look good for a Marvel Legend, so up to par. It's on a ball joint, so down, up, because of the ponytail. It's not a very soft plastic, so it does get in the way. And then side to side is fine. The sculpt here is all okay. The zipper sculpted and painted, and that looks good. That's the only paint on there, but it has sculpt work in the suit. Has a ball joint. Gets a good range on that, including the swivel. And the same is kind of throughout the sculpt of the suit. Looks fine, front and back, and then the zipper is the only thing painted. Arms are on this disc hinge, standard. Up to there, soft ratcheted and around, no problem. No bicep swivel, but you get the swivel right above the elbow, which works fine. Elbow hinge getting you 90 degrees. And then come out to the wrist, swivel, and hinge in and out. I like the fact that she has one accessory and one hand open to hold it in, so that this hand is in a fist and always looks good. It is a bit of a weird fist sculpt, but it's fine. And then this tampered paint of the S.H.I.E.L.D. symbol, which looks good. I got a little bit of a smudge right there. Magic eraser should take that off. Same for the other side, and she holds her gun. Well, this, I feel like, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the trigger finger, like going inside the trigger guard, is working better with this wave and the Spider-Man wave. Maybe it's me. Then she has this, which I hated on Black Widow and I hate now. It's this belt connected down here, which is a cool floating piece of soft plastic, and it works well. The problem is that the guns are sculpted into the holsters, and I know for a fact they have plenty of empty holster units and they have plenty of guns, so why not just give us both? Thigh swivel, which even with this still works pretty well. T-jointed ball joints for hips get you out to there, which is okay. The belt thing doesn't hinder the articulation there at all. Double jointed knees, and they look good. And then ankle tilt and rocker, and that's fine. All the sculpt work is there, not much paint, but you do get the black paints, and the buckles are painted, which is nice and not always a given. They did miss the buckle right there, so I like a little bit of touch up will fix that. So all in all, not too bad. And the Build-A-Figure for Red Onslaught. So we'll talk about articulation as we do it. Let's start with the head. Great paint job and sculpt on that head. Teeth are all sculpted. Eyes paint is a little off. Wash on the red, a little mucked up here on the side. If anybody has this guy, let me know if yours is like that. That's a bummer. That's just wash that's dried up in like if you wash a figure, it's very wet, and if you don't, like if you ever see customizers, they have like a little peg that they sit it on so that it dries evenly. This looks like it was sitting somewhere and it dried around it, which is why it looks like that. At least that's the way it seems to me. But other than that, it looks great. Really nice. That goes on this ball hinge, which is super tight. But hopefully that'll help us put it on there. Nah, too easy. Wearing me out. So this isn't going very well. It's like, it's just an awkward angle. It's just an awkward angle to try to get it at because of the sculpt of this.
Not the first time I've heard that excuse.
You can't do it. You're not funny.
Alright, so I got it, and it was not easy, and don't believe a thing she says. But as a result of the way that it's sculpted, you get little to no up and down, and then the side to side is just about to there. That's about the range. So that's less than optimal. No finish on this red here, it's just the plastic. You do get this, probably a double ball peg. I can't really, actually it might be a single ball peg, just a long stem. So that's going to get you a good range of motion, good swivel, and good all the way around. So that's nice. That's quite nice. Alright, and then we have arms, and there. And that works easy. Disc hinge gets you out to there, so that's fine. Swivels all around on a soft ratchet, that's fine. Paint in there is just a wash on top of that, but look how much texture that gets you. Bicep swivel. You got the wash in there as well. Wash in there. Single jointed elbow that's on a soft ratchet, and that works well. The purple, it looks like does have it might just be that swirly plastic, but it almost looks like it has a finish. Either way, it looks good. Swivel on the wrist, and then hinge in and out, but mine is extremely tight, but it does work. This one. Articulation's the same, paint's the same, goes together easily. Legs, this is what I'm worried about. So here, once again, the wash works like a champ, and they even did these little things here. It gives it so much more depth. So much more depth. And then the finish here, we get the double jointed knee, ankle tilt, and rocker. Not zero up on the ankle tilt. I hate these joints, so let's try. I think that... Oops. That's it. So that's okay. And then same here. Oh, dogs are after somebody. So there that is. And I just cracked the plastic there. So that sucks. Just from having to jam it around, that sucks. And then we got these shoulder pads. Let me make sure I'm putting these on right. So you want these so that the notch is going down, and they clip on to there and around back, and the plastic's pliable enough where it works. We'll talk about articulation here in a minute because we already did it. We're just going to see how it works once it's all together very quickly. There, and then you have this thing. Which I'm not even sure if that's going to fit on my shelf. So, let's see. So arms are pretty much now limited to out to there. Ooh, I don't know. That all still works fine. Head sucks, so to speak. Legs straight out to there, so that's good. Out to the side to there, I think that's fine. Thigh swivel works just fine. Double jointed knees works fine. Feet, still no upward tilt. That's a bummer. And look what it's doing to the sculpt there. Look how I split it. Huh. And rocker works good. So that's him. So final thoughts wise, here's what we got. The Sharon Carter figure is good to go. If you're a fan of the character, she's fine. The problem here is with Red Onslaught. This is the problem with these Marvel Legends waves. So the Captain America wave is filled to the brim with good, solid figures. Has one throwaway, but for the most part, filled to the brim with good figures. The Build-A-Figure, a mess. The head has barely any articulation at all. The arms have barely any articulation at all. I understand it's difficult because of the sculpt. I understand that. The shoulder pads do pose a problem. Totally get it. The plastic itself is cracking as you try to put pieces together because, you know, that some of this plastic is not the best in the world, and when you're trying to assemble it, you have to put pressure on it, and sometimes that pressure gets misdirected and it cracks the fragile plastic that's made up of the frames of some of the sculpt work. So that's a bummer. The irritating thing is that the Spider-Man wave is filled with mediocre figures and has a great Build-A-Figure. This wave is filled with great figures, but you get a mediocre Build-A-Figure. So you want me to let you in on the inside secret? You want Uncle Skullface to tell you what to do? Listen closely now. Put your ear very close to the speaker. It's kind of shady, but it's fair. Buy the Captain America wave, trade the Build-A-Figure for the Spider-Man Build-A-Figure in your set. Never say I didn't do anything for you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.